It's New Comic Book Day. Lots to look at this week from our indie publishers and a couple from DC and Marvel this week as well. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get into all that I picked up this week. But first, you guys know what to do. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and let me know what you picked up this week for New Comic Book Day down in the comments below. Welcome back, everybody. Let's just jump on in and see what I picked up this week for New Comic Book Day. There were a couple things that I picked up off the shelf that weren't on my pull list, and a lot of things from the pull list this week. Another big indie week, but not a crazy huge one like we've had somewhat recently. So first up, from Boom Studios, Good Luck issue number 4. I am very excited to read this. I've been really enjoying this world and the developments of who Joseph Test Pilot is in the last issue. Just perfect. So can't wait to see what happens there. From Image Comics, we've got Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika issue number 3. Surprisingly been really enjoying that book. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. We'll see with issue number 3 how things are going. Killer Queens issue number 2 from Dark Horse Comics. I think I was supposed to get the cover A, but the shipment this week at my shop, apparently UPS just dropped one entire box on one corner and just smashed everything inside. So I went with this cover instead. I believe this is homaging a Golden Age comic. I don't remember what comic that is, but I like the homage. From Scout Comics, we've got Unicorn number 1, second printing. If I'm not mistaken, this is either a one-shot or it's a non-stop comic. So this would be the first issue and then collected in a trade. But pretty cool pink cover. The original one was a blue cover. I can't wait to check this out. I've heard some really good things about the story. And then we got from Image the last issue here of Siphon. It's issue 3 of 3. Solid little mini-series. It's not exactly where I thought it was going, but it's headed in very good places, so I can't wait to see how this wraps up in just 3 issues. Vinyl issue number 4, like I said on the top picks video. This one, the creepy horror stuff that's going on with these serial killers is phenomenal, and then what is being brought out by the Sunflower Cult, and I think what we're about to see happen in this issue is just so good, guys. From Black Caravan imprint of Scout Comics, we've got Joseph Schmulke's Cherry Blackbird issue number 2. Issue 1 started out very shocking, but the rest of it continued, and it wasn't at all that style, and it was very good. We've got she's got 1 year essentially to fix some problems for the devil, or she's dead. Her soul gets reclaimed. If she does this task, then she no longer will lose her life at 27, like her deal originally was. And she made that deal to be a good rock star. So, like the whole thing where rock stars die at 27. So, essentially taking that premise and turning it into this supernatural kind of crazy demonic story. From the Happy Tank imprint of Behemoth Comics, we've got MFKZ number 4. Solid comic. Of course, if you've watched the movie, you know this stuff that's happening in this right now is from the movie, but it's going to continue eventually and be stuff outside the movie, and I really enjoyed the movie, so I'm enjoying getting to then read it in comic version as well. Like I said, I've got some Marvel and DC here. We've got the Death of Doctor Strange issue number 1. I'm excited. There's one or two things that could happen here, We could have an actual death of Doctor Strange, or we could get what we often get in comics, and he's dead, or he's dead for a little bit and he's back, within a year. We'll see which way they go on this story. I do like when there are consequences in the comics, and he's already got a ghost friend, Bats the dog. Maybe he'll be a ghost too, and we'll have Ghost Doctor Strange with his ghost dog. Who knows? It would be interesting. From DC, we've got 2 Fear State books, Batman 113 right here, and Miracle Molly #1 from the Batman Secret Files. This one is written by James Tynion. Some of these other Secret Files stories are not written by James Tynion, so I picked this one up. One, because it's Miracle Molly and it's her first little one-shot. We had a Punchline one-shot, so both of them are maybe getting some more behind them, and maybe will be long-lasting characters, hopefully. I do like the concept of Miracle Molly and the Unsanity Collective, so I hope that this is an indicator that DC's willing to do more with this character down the line. Let's see what we got here. We got Duplicant issue #3 from Second Sight Publishing from Carla Nappi. Awesome story so far. And finally, no more delays getting this one out. Diamond really needs to get their stuff together because it's causing so many delays for indie books. I don't see this happening to Marvel books. I don't see this happening to DC books, but they really relegate, if there's something that's not going to make it out, it is a indie comic, and especially newer publishers, they disregard. And so Second Sight's been hit by that. Behemoth's been hit by that. I think even there might have been some Vault or Aftershock stuff recently that got delayed too, which is just, it's not good for the companies putting the books out, and not good for the readers, not good for the writers, the artists, anyone involved. So this we have here from AWA Upshot. We've got Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, issue number 5 of 8 from Garth Ennis and Goran Suzuka. It's been fun. Not a serious book, not consequential book, but a fun book. From Aftershock Comics, we have the wrap-up issue here of Bunny Mask, issue 404. I already heard there is going to be a follow-up series to this, so I wonder if we'll leave it on a cliffhanger or if we'll get some good closure before we get that follow-up series later next year. From Image, we've got Radiant Black, issue number 8. This one does not seem to be slowing down, and I can't see that we will be seeing it slow down anytime soon. Stillwater, issue number 10. Solid series from Chip Zdarsky. It seems like it's been a little bit since the last issue, maybe, so I'm glad to see the next issue coming out and getting to read it. Some more Scout books here. We've got Rabid World, issue number 4 from Todd Sinani and Oleg Okunev. Just a crazy zombie story taken in this way of looking at the rabies virus mixed with other things. Just I'm enjoying this one. I'm enjoying the different art style inside, highlighting colors in certain situations. It's phenomenal job there. Locust, issue number 4 from Scout Comics. This one from Massimo Rossi and Alex Nieto. Absolutely enjoying this post-apocalyptic story. It's always good to enjoy the apocalypse a little bit. Junkie Cable, issue number 4 from Behemoth Comics. This is the last issue of this series. Written and drawn by Claudio Avella. From Boom Studios, we've got Eat the Rich, issue number 2 from Sarah Gailey, Pius Bach, and Roman Titov. This one, I think, will be the issue for me that will either completely sell me on the series or may tip it in balance of maybe stopping the series. But I have high hopes for what this book can be, so I'm hoping it tilts it in favor of let's keep reading this because this is wild. Some books that I have already read that maybe came out or books I'm holding off reading because I need to catch up on the series. Save that one for last here. Let's I got a lot of books over here. Let's go with Scout Comics Stake issue number 6. This wraps up this arc of the story. I thought it was a pretty satisfying conclusion to the arc. We get Stake in Italy, guys. That's pretty cool, and she is going after one of kind of the henchmen of the main vampire that she is out to kill for what he did to her friend. And yeah, you don't want to mess with Angel. From Black Mask Studios, we have the second printing of God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes number 2. This is just a wild story. I am enjoying it, and it's a 3-issue arc. There already were 8 issues prior to this. We're gonna have another 3-issue arc, I think, coming up here. So if you aren't reading it and you want a crazy, way out there story, pick that up. It's got some maybe sci-fi fantasy-ish elements to it. It's just weird, and I love a good weird book. These I thought were supposed to have come out already, and I thought maybe I picked up already. Maybe I got cover A, but not the other covers. Nine Stones number 2. 2 different covers here. I think I got cover A before and not any other covers. So those came out in my pool this week. Broken Souls Ballad issue number 3. Phenomenal series, phenomenal issue. Shout out to Scout Comics for sending us free review PDFs. Got to read this ahead of time. Dropped a review on our website, youpromisedmecomics.com. So that's where, if you want any written reviews that we're doing, I've been putting out our reviews right now. Caroline will be putting some out very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Another one that I dropped yesterday, a review for Midnight Western Theater, issue number 5 of 5. This wraps up Midnight Western Theater, and in the wrap-up we see really the origin of how Hortensia and Alexander met and what started this crazy path for them. So we also have the cover B of Eat the Rich number 2, but you'll see that it says Eat the Rich number 1. The back does say Eat the Rich number 2, so this is a misprint on that cover there, but it's a cool cover. I like the design on it. This one from Boom Studios, written by Kieran Gillen, art by Dan Mora, Once and Future, number 20. Crazy that it's made it to 20 issues already. I need to catch up on this series because I loved the stuff that I've read so far, but I am far behind and need to get caught up. This is a big Scout Comics week, and we have By the Horns issue number 5. I got this one in my Scout Comics box, so I already had read this issue. It changes a lot of things. It is very good. Just cannot recommend this series enough if you want a fun fantasy unicorn story. But it's not just about unicorns. It's about magic. It's about don't be cheesy, but it's kind of about family a little bit too. So it's pretty cool. And then another one that I really enjoyed from Scout Comics, Impossible Jones issue number 1. Carl Kessel, David Hahn, phenomenal duo putting this book out, and it is a great superhero story that is not your typical superhero story, which I love. A thief getting powers and becoming a hero, but still having those thieving tendencies going on behind the scenes. Absolutely killer concept. Last book I wanted to show off is I'm missing a cover that I was supposed to get for it because it was so far damaged that I'm waiting on a replacement. Hopefully I get it. But He Who Fights with Monsters, issue number 1 from Ablaze Comics. This is the only one that I picked up today that I hadn't had a preview copy of that I have read. We've got a Jay Lee cover B. The Dan Katana cover C was damaged. We do have a cover D here homaging the trial of Reed Richards. It's pretty cool there. And then a Virgin cover. I think this was a ratio variant. I can't remember. But a version of the cover A by Werther Dell'Edera. And Werther is the interior artist on this book. The writer is Francesco Artebani. And this is a really cool concept. We've got, we've got a World War II Nazi story going on. But something supernatural's coming our way. And it's going to be fighting the Nazis. Our lead character here, who's a doctor, may be the one that is going to trigger that happening. We'll find out next issue. I did feel like I wanted a little bit more out of this issue in terms of the supernatural that it was sold to be, but I still felt like this was a solid first issue in this world, and I am ready to continue on with this and see what this supernatural golem is that they create and watch it take down the Nazis, because everyone can root for a story like that. So that is what I picked up this week. I think that should be everything there. A lot of books that I have read already because of previews, so I'm going to work through reading more of these and work on some reviews for you guys for the website. Hopefully soon I get to sit and record some of those reviews. So if you don't want to read them, you can listen to them. That's the goal with all of this, is to kind of have multi-platform reviews and discussions about comics. So speaking of discussions, let me know down in the comments below what you picked up this week for New Comic Book Day. Is there something that I missed this week that you think I should have picked up? I feel like I bought everything, so I don't know. But yeah, drop those comments down below. Drop a like on the way out. And if you've made it here and you have not subscribed to the channel, please go hit that button down below and turn the notifications on so you know when we're dropping new videos. Thanks everybody for watching this, and as always, collect what you love. We'll see you next time.